We have a roster move for the San Francisco 49ers. And no, it is not Brandon Ayuk related, but we got something. According to Matt Barrows, he just put this out on Twitter of The Athletic, as you guys already know, that the San Francisco 49ers have went out and they have signed former Detroit Lions safety Tracy Walker the third. Now, Tracy Walker was actually at practice today. You could see him working out, and it was actually pretty cool because I got a little video of when I was watching Robbie Anderson try out, because that was like the big news from today's practice. It's like, oh, Robbie Chosen Anderson is out here running routes. Now, we don't know what's going on with that situation, but I saw Chase Lucas. And if you're unfamiliar with Chase Lucas, he is a former Detroit Lion. And I'm guaranteeing that's who this guy was because they had their own handshake. Both of them had played the last few years with Detroit, and you could see how happy Chase Lucas was to see Tracy Walker. So that was already like the first impression. Like Chase was like to the moon. I was halfway across the field. I could see how happy he was to see this guy. So the San Francisco 49ers get him, and you're not worried about like, oh, well, what's the more DAP analysis. What you want to know is he going to provide an impact, and what has he done so far? So Tracy Walker is a former third round pick. He was number 82 overall, selected by the Detroit Lions in 2018 from the Ragin' Cajuns down in Louisiana. He is 29 years old, 6'1, 206 pounds, and he ran a 4.51. By all accounts, he was a beloved teammate. I was actually did a little bit of research on Tracy before I came on here, and I listened to another content creator talk about Tracy when they released him. It sounds like it was a cap move that the Detroit Lions made to clear about $5-6 million that he was holding against the cap. So it sounds like he was a veteran cap casualty, and you look at some of the players that the Detroit Lions had, so makes sense, made him kind of expendable. But he has started a lot of games for the Detroit Lions, 43 to be exact. Obviously, we found out today that Erik Harris was released. Erik Harris had been with the 49ers almost all of last year and all of this offseason. So Erik Harris was released, and in a corresponding move, they go out and get another safety in the form of Tracy Walker. Tracy Walker, since 2018, has logged 3,427 total snaps. 2,108 of those snaps came in coverage. And when you look at what he's been able to do throughout his career, again, the 43 starts, and when I was listening to this content creator talk about Tracy Walker, they really talked about him as a fan favorite. They talked about him as a guy that the players in the locker room loved. He sounds like he is a quality teammate. So that's what you're getting. You're also getting a guy since 2018 has 293 tackles, which is pretty good. He has 4 sacks that he added with that, with 15 total pressures. He's had 3 interceptions. And am I reading this right? So it looks like he's given up 17 touchdowns. Last year, he gave up 3 touchdowns. The year prior, 0 touchdowns. 2021, it was 2. The majority of the touchdowns he gave up was in 2020, where he gave 7 touchdowns up, and 2019, where he gave up 5. But he had a phenomenal rookie season. He gave up 0 touchdowns, and his grades were through the roof, according to PFF. But in regards to what Tracy Walker is going to bring to the team, obviously he's going to be a depth guy. It's been a curious. I don't know why they let go of Erik Harris, because Erik Harris was a depth guy as well, most likely going to be a practice squad guy. So I imagine the same thing's going to apply here, but it could be a situation where they just want to maybe try someone else out throughout the preseason and see how it all goes. But nonetheless, the San Francisco 49ers have a new safety. He sounds like he was, like I said, he sounds like he was beloved by the Detroit Lions fans. Cap casualty, lots of experience. I'm not particularly familiar with his game, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research in watching him. But we know the Detroit Lions, the San Francisco 49ers were after their tight end this year. And we remember that whole situation, how it played out. Well, we're going after and get one of their safeties. And it'll be interesting to see if we get any news on Robbie Anderson too. But let me know what you guys think about Tracy Walker. Was this a good signing? Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.